the strangest thing that ever happened to me in my life, and that sort of thing, I landed at Orange County Airport, and I had a business there of land development. But I wanted to see somebody at the airport arena. It's a 5-star hotel across the street from the airport. And I walked across. It was a rather cold Wednesday morning, let's say. And I went up to the desk, and there was a nice-looking woman, about 30 years old, blonde hair and page boy cut, and she had kind of powdery skin. And I think that book was out, Women Are From Venus and Men Are From Mars. And I thought, boy, she looked like she's from Venus. And I went on and spoke to the lady behind the desk, and there was a cut glass bowl of apples, and I wanted one, but I wasn't a guest, and I was ashamed to get one. But when I turned around, I spoke to the pretty lady, and I said hello, and she said, hello, excuse me, sir. And I stopped. She said, I know you. And I laughed like I do, and I said, I don't believe I've ever met you. Do I know I'd remember? And so she said, no, and tears come out of her eyes. She said, no, I know you. And I said, perhaps if so, I've forgotten. I'm sorry, but my name is Roger Reaves. And we shook hands. So she's flesh and blood. And she said, will you come across the lobby here with me? And I thought, this is strange. And we walked across together, and there was a large lobby, nobody there, and there was a little ensemble with leather sofas and a green hood and a little fire. And she sat down, and she says, just sit on the little thing, and she said, will you take both my hands and close your eyes and tell me what you see? Ooh, I get cold chills all over me when I tell this story. Wham! I'm in war. I'm in another dimension. I'm an officer, and I'm in a cage as big as this room, and it's all been from mining. It's a cave with rocks, and there's rough tables, there's lanterns. So it was maybe World War I. I don't know, World War II. And there I am with a hat on, like the cap, and I can't see my eyes, but I have a grease coat on, and I can see where the epaulets were. Any insignia I had, I was certainly an officer, had been taken off because those were snipers' targets. And I remember I had boots, and the thing came down, and I had a good look at it, and there was sandbags out in front of it, and there was a long row of them and some kind of metal across the top, and it was like 8 feet tall. And just outside the door of it there, a shell hit, and it was hit so hard to the sand almost looked like it got in my eyes, and the cordite flew. I could smell it. It was all in my nose. And I walk there as it clears up, and there's a young soldier in that rubble, and I pick him up, and I'm walking on air, and I'm just taking one step at a time, and I'm saying, medic, medic, medic. And I look at the young soldier's face. He's dead. And it's the face of the woman that I'm holding hands with. And I have no memory of that day. From that, it was erased. Otherwise, I'd ask her, what is your name? Who are you?
Wow.
How did that happen?
That
I'm 80 years old, and never before or after anything so unbelievable happened to me.
That's incredible.